What is up, Raiders? Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, today we're gonna have a look at the new content, the Grim Forest. We're gonna play it out a bit and see what we think about it. Basically, I'm gonna walk you through all of the details that I'm aware of so far. This update should be live in-game probably on Thursday. Currently, I am on the test server, of course. Now, there are a few different things coming to the game together with this update, and some of them are actually pretty damn good news. Starting with one of the most annoying things, gear space. As you guys can probably notice, we're gonna get 400 additional slots on the gear, 400 additional slots on the artifacts. Very good job, Plarium. Thank you. We actually needed 400 slots instead of like 100. So this is definitely a very, very good thing. There are a couple of different things as well. If I understood it correctly, when you go right now to make a preset for a team, right, you're going to have the filters available. And that's something that was always extremely important, but was always missing from it and kind of sucked. So now you can actually search the champions. So much better. You can literally filter whatever you want right here. This was extremely important and was so annoying to build up a team without being able to find the champions. What I used to do is basically go into a Doom Tower run, use the champions, and then just use the filter, recently used first, because that was the best thing we had available. But now you can either search for the champions, either filter them however you guys want. So that is really, really good. Of course, we have the champion rebalance, Sir Nicholas and Glishea. I will be doing different showcases on those champions, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for it. But, of course, the most important things, new relics, new game mode, the Grim Forest. Now, let's dive straight into it. Do me a favor, if you guys enjoy the content, smash a like, subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps a lot. So, this is the new content. You're going to have the map, guys. I kind of lost track from where I started, but was somewhere from this area. You're not going to be able to purchase more of this energy, okay? That's it, 30 a day. And I'm gonna explain you how this actually works. Now, initially I thought that, my god, we're gonna have like a million fights to do every single day, okay? But that is not the case, because every time you make a move on the map, you see these little footprints. Every time you make a move, you will require to use one energy. So for example, this is blue at the moment. I cannot go straight to the boss from here. Let me see if I can find a different one to show you a better example, because I've already opened the previous paths, right? So where are we? There we go. I cannot go to the boss, right? In order to get to the boss, I need to open one of these footprints, and it used one of my energy. Then it unlocks more and more, you see? That's it. It's no battle or anything like that. Sometimes some of these footprints, they come with different colors. Like we have this one right here. This is a mythical color. I'm not 100% sure yet what it will transform into. I found some of them that were different color, like golden color, so we can see. Okay, it still says unavailable. We gotta collect the chest. You have different types of chests that you're going to unlock on the map. So this one is a small grim chest. We have different rarities, different rewards. These are relic materials. You're getting XP and you're getting the Grim Gold and the Grim Coins, which will be used at the vendor, but we're going to get to it in a second. And you see, we unlocked a different stage right there where was the footprint with a different color. Now, one thing to keep in mind, when you're doing your team decks, you select the champions. I am on hard mode right now. I've done 20 champions each, and it's actually much better than I thought. I actually love this design. I think it's a very, very fun one. Brings in a lot of versatility in terms of what teams you're gonna have, make you play with different champions. You do have the option to redraw and all that. You will acquire XP. You can see my squad progress right here is level 6. I can't speak anymore. And here, you're gonna be able to unlock different trait cards. Now, these trait cards will give you additional stats. Let me just quickly make myself invisible for a second. So you have all of the trait cards right here. This will reset every single month with every new rotation. Then you're going to have the altars. I've only unlocked one so far, but this as well will basically give you some different benefits. And then you have the curios, which are kind of like relics, more or less. that will enable you to gain some effects, right? And you can have a lot of them. You can actually even level them up, build them up to stronger curios, or I'm gonna call them relics because that's a weird ass name. Now I unlocked a few different bosses. One thing that I've noticed, we are getting these remnant summons from here, which is really cool. So let's do a fight. Let me just show you how that works. You see, you have 2 redraw tokens. You draw champions. The game will automatically select champions from both of your decks. If you're not happy with it, you can redraw it. I would not redraw it for this type of bosses or waves because they don't feel too overpowered. I would redraw mainly for the big bosses if I have to. If I need to basically make sure that I'm bringing in the right champions to deal with their mechanics. So, confirm. Let's go into it. We can select from any of these champions that I have available. We have a good support right here. We have a speed aura. We can bring in some damage dealers. And I don't know, let's bring in Donnie too, because why not? 2 supports, 3 damage dealers will get the job done. Now, the waves and these bosses, they do not feel necessarily extremely overpowered. It will feel much harder once you're gonna get to the actual bosses, the new bosses. There's 7 in total. The Mimic Chest, we have the Goblin, and we have the other 5 bosses. I'm gonna do guides on each one of them independently, probably multiple guides on each one of them with different teams and stuff. But at the moment, I'm just gonna show you basically how the new game mode feels like. Personally, I really love it. I think they've done a great job. They've far exceeded my expectations in terms of how the content feels like. If you're just doing your 30 energy daily, you're gonna wanna do more. I can guarantee you that. I think they've done a great job with it for the moment. Now, in terms of rewards, I'm still unable to really give you guys like a main idea. The rewards are great, the rewards suck, but I'm going to walk you through all of those details as well. The main idea is that it's not looking like we're going to get primal shards. We are getting remnant summons, hopefully at least 2 a month from this rotation to be similar with the Cursed City. But that's something that I'm unable to confirm at the moment. And that is mainly because we do not have the full info on how many remnant summons we're getting from here. It's just basically what I've uncovered so far on the map. But I would assume we're getting at least 200 of them. If not, it would be really, really odd. We're getting some energy. We're getting the gear. So this dropped me only 5 remnant summons, and this was one of the bosses. I'm curious if we're defeating the main boss, if we're going to get like 100 from there directly. And you're getting the new gear. I'm not going to keep it because... I should keep it actually, because I'm on the test server, and we need to test the new gear set. What am I talking about? We're going to keep every little piece. Right here we have a different chest. This is a legendary one. So this is giving us a new Curio, a new relic. Whenever an enemy places a debuff on an ally, has a chance to deflect a debuff onto the attacker. Okay, we shall take that. Then right here, this is one of the main bosses. We're not going to fight him right now, but this will give us relic materials. It seems like only rare ones. We have another chest right here that I saved for you guys, which seems like is giving me a new Curio. It seems like all of these legendary ones, they're giving us new Curios, right? Which are the relics. We have another one right here. And a Mimic appears. Thank you, but no thank you. We're gonna dodge that one. We have another chest right here. And this is a small Grim chest. XP, more currency, more relic materials. This is a medium Grim chest. It seems like the color of it doesn't matter, because you're still getting random stuff out of it. Now, this is a special stage, this H14. It just unlocked from a footstep, and it appeared to be a hard stage. I'm really not sure exactly what it is. It seems like we are drawing 5 and 5 champions from this one, which might be why it's harder, because we have less champions available on it. I think so. I think that might be it. Not 100% sure. And the rewards do not necessarily seem that crazy. This seems to give us some oils or some of the currency for artifacts. I haven't really paid that much attention to it. We do have 3 waves in here as well. They're a bit tankier. Toshiro with Crushing Rand will most likely destroy a lot of these enemies without a problem. But I'm not trying to show you teams that you can run right here. I'm just basically showing you how the game mode feels like it. I feel like building teams for this content is going to be very, very subjective. More subjective than anything else in the game, because it's all about building your decks. It's all about drawing the right champions. Of course, you can redraw. You can use dupe champions in both of your decks to have a higher chance to drop that specific champion. But this doesn't feel that challenging. It's not at the level of Faction Wars hard mode. And this actually gave us Chaos Dust, not oils, sorry. So we got 5 Chaos Dust from this run, which was apparently a hard mode stage. We leveled up. And now we can pick another trait card. So we have defense and speed, crit damage, crit rate, attack. Let's go for crit damage and crit rate. Why not? Just for the giggles. And then we have more chests. This is another small one. That's basically how some of these rewards actually look like. And you have a lot of different areas to uncover. I would assume in this purple area is the boss, right? But we're going to try to get into that area quickly. And let's go. Redraw. Let's do a redraw. You see? So now we pick different champions. Some changes in there. Nothing too insane. Let's bring some big gun champions so we can go past these stages quick to uncover the other area or get close to it. I would assume that's where the boss is, because it's all that purple cloudy concentration on the map, right? It makes sense that the big bad boss hides in there. Now, as I was saying in yesterday's video, this boss will be crazy powerful if you have all of the minions with him, all the other 4 bosses. They are literally breaking every mechanic that we have in the game by countering it. So that's why I said that, yes, they literally broke the game, because pretty much every known mechanic is countered by them. Now, some of you guys said, oh, you can use block passives with Ramantum. You cannot, guys, because the bosses are immune to that. You see, so now I need to unlock that, unlock these, and try to make my way into the purple area. So right now I unlocked a different altar. You see, so we got a bonus champion +1, collect, and we activated 2. So now we can slowly and surely make our way towards the boss. So this is another small chest. We got a Raiho Bone Spear. We got another goblin boss. It seems to be pretty common to get the goblin boss and the mimic chests, right? They're pretty much everywhere. Now, from what I've noticed, if you attack them, you're not really getting any rewards, right? Or tap to randomly select champions from your team decks, okay? And the rewards, okay. So that's basically what rewards you're getting. The more damage you're dealing, the more of these currencies you're getting. Okay, so you are getting something. I was actually a bit concerned. But let's talk more about rewards. So you have the quests, very similar with the Curse City. You're unlocking, you're completing more quests. You're unlocking more Grim Gold. Then you have the vendor. At a vendor, you're going to be able to purchase multiple things. You have the squad reshuffle. You can purchase 5 of those. I would assume this is monthly. You have all of these relics that you can purchase from here. And then you have the vendor chests. Now you have the large vendor chest, which all of them will contain artifacts and accessories. The one thing that I'm a bit unsure of is, are we going to get 5-star gear from them? I hope not. But it will be pretty costly. I've done already quite a few stages, and I only have 435 currencies. So I'm not expecting to be able to purchase tons and tons of them every single month. You see, you're barely getting any from here too. You're getting like 100 plus if you do maximum damage. Then you have this chest right here, the treasure hunt chest. And the more of this currency you're acquiring, the charms, which I'm still a little bit unsure where we are dropping those ones from. There might be some boss fights or specific stages that drop those ones for us. So let's pick up this chest as well. They do not drop from chests. You can get different gear, energy, and other goodies from here. I haven't seen any shards yet. So we uncover the new curio. Let's get that. Don't be a mimic. Okay, another curio. And we can go in here. And we can go in here. And we got an ambush out of the footsteps, so that can happen as well. And the map is huge though, right? But these chests will drop the following. So what's good is that there is no 5-star gear in them. Only on normal mode. So this is the normal mode difficulty. You cannot get fragments for the new legend, for the new mythical champion, unfortunately. But you can get only 5-star gear from it. Then on hard mode, you can get a pretty damn cool avatar. You can get a frame. You can get the soul for the new mythical champion, as you can get it for Carnage in the Curse City, which is amazing. Then you can get fragments. But by the looks of it, it just says possible rewards. I would assume that the fragments will be guaranteed in every single chest till you finish to collect the champion. So that means that you need 10 months to collect the champion. 10 fragments per chest, right? 10 months. It's a pretty damn long time. Actually, not 10 months, because you can get multiple chests, I would assume, per month. Maybe you can get 2 or 3 chests per month. So maybe somewhere like 3, 4, 5 months to get a champion. Then, of course, you have to get a soul and all that. But you can get mythical gemstones of any shape, which is really good. You can get big soul stones, medium soul stones, small soul stones, which is great. So that looks good in terms of rewards. You can get a lot of chests with gear by defeating the bosses. I think the content is fun. I've really enjoyed playing it. I'm curious how many remnant summons we're gonna get from here. So let me just quickly do this run as well. I'm super curious actually about it, because we've got only 5 from the previous fight that we had, right? So hopefully this will give us more. If there are only 5 per each stage, it might not look that great, because it might not look like we're getting 200 of them. I've uncovered a big area of the map so far, and I think I've got 5 from the fight that I've done before. I haven't done any other fights before that were dropping that. So I am a bit curious. Now we do have a lot of mythical bosses on these waves. Thankfully, they're not like crazy tanky, so you can definitely smash them out. If he's gonna bomb me here, I will be in trouble, but he did not went for the skill to metamorph. So we are taking the boss down fairly fast. Now this is hard difficulty. In my opinion, it feels a bit easier than Sintranos in Curse City, where you have some crazy stages, right? But 5 again. Not feeling too happy about that. So we got to squad level 8. Let's get some HP and speed from here. And what I kind of like want to do is make my way onto the purple area to see what we uncover there. Now I have some of this currency because they gave it to us on the test server, just to be able to explore the map more, to show it to you guys. But you can have a maximum of 30 a day. You cannot buy this currency. Okay, very important to remember that. You cannot buy it. So I'm gonna try to dodge that, and let's see if I can make my way in from here, right? This has a little skull on it. Is this gonna give me one of these charms? Let's quickly find out. There's still some things that I haven't really uncovered yet, right? So we can go that, and that. That should take them down quick. I don't want to waste a lot of time on all of the waves, guys. It's basically me just trying to get to the middle area to show you what is there. But I'm pretty convinced that's where the boss is. What I want to see, if we find the boss on the map, are we going to get 100 remnants from there or not? That's very important in my opinion. I think having 4 remnant summons per month from these 2 game modes is more than acceptable, considering that next year, most likely they will introduce Void Mythical Champions, which will introduce a new summoning currency for them, and no way for us to actually gain that currency. So where were we? Right here. Oh, this is the end of the map. You see, we cannot continue from here. There is no footstep going upwards, so I might have to make my way in through here. These 2 bosses, whatever, doesn't really matter. You see, this is a harder stage. we can only use 10 champions out of our entire squad. Yes, yes, and yes. That should get it. That should get it done. They don't seem to be extremely fast, these waves. They don't seem to be extremely tanky, high resistance, high accuracy, or anything like that. I think when you are unlocking a mythical boss, those will be more powerful than the rest of them. But the actual bosses will be the ones that will probably put you in a state of shock by seeing their stats, right? I haven't really played around with any of the bosses yet, but I'm pretty convinced that they gave them crazy stats because it just makes sense. Hard mode. So we have Mishinaki as a boss here. I actually like seeing a lot of these champions as bosses, right? It's a bit more unusual to see them in a new game mode because before we were only seeing them in campaign stages. But I think it's pretty cool. And damn Mishinaki actually dealt serious damage. As soon as I was saying they don't seem to do that much, he decided to prove me wrong, right? But Mishinaki is a badass champion. Okay, thankfully Galatir should have his skills up. And damn, they had enough accuracy to drop my turn meter on Galatir, which tells me that... Okay, she had actually increased accuracy, right? I was gonna say. That tells me that it might be a bit more dangerous than I initially thought. Okay, I don't think I'll have a defense down here. Damn, that was a strong hit versus my Theox right there. But you are taking the boss down though. It's not as fast as the previous stages. And I would assume the more you progress into the map on different locations where the content might get harder, right? It makes sense that the bosses will be a bit more challenging as well. But I think it's a cool game mode. I really like it personally. I think it's a very cool game mode. And the bosses will be a good challenge as well. I will attempt maybe to do a video from the test server where I literally load... Oh no, we're blocked in here as well. We cannot continue. There's literally no other path from there too. So I might have to go around it. Found a chest. Medium Grim chest. You see we got slightly better rewards. Collect 10 chests of the Grim Forest. So that's a different quest that we unlocked right there. And I gotta defeat this one. And maybe this will allow me to go into the purple area. Because this, it seems to be blocked. Unless I'm coming around it like this. Is a possibility. But this, if I'm defeating Ugo, there's literally no footpath from here. So the chest will be the final thing. And this seems to have a mythical frame, the chest around it. Not a legendary one, right? So they are different rarity chests too. But probably that will be giving me one of the relics. So let's quickly do this one. What do we have in here? Let's put the craziest damage dealers to get it done faster, right? And we can go in like that. An ally attack, that should get the job done. Just nuke. They're level 210. You see their turn meter is really, really low. So that shows you that they have stats in terms of speed and stuff probably close to base. Similar with what we have in the dungeons on the waves. But that allows you to progress till you hit a roadblock like one of the bosses and stuff. But I think is a good content for creating content on it as well, because there's so many variables, so many things can be different for everybody, so many bosses around that people might be struggling on and stuff. So I like the idea of that. I feel like that's what we kind of need as well as creators. There's no BS. The content is stale every now and then in Raid. You know the drill when we're repeating the same videos that we've done a few years back and we're talking about epic champions all the time. You know that there isn't much happening in the game, right? And it's good to see that they are bringing something that will allow us as well to actually do content on. Now, we did have in the past the Hydra, which was really, really good, but they killed that one. And because of it, not a lot of you guys are very interested in it. So now we can get 16 champions from here. Bang, bang, bang. Ambris can get a job done, and you. And let's put them in here. I just want to get to that boss to see if we are getting remnants or not. So I fought 2 bosses so far. I got 10 remnant summons. I think it might be easier if I just message them and ask them, guys, how many remnant summons we are getting from here, right? Because it's a bit hard for us to discover all that. And it's not like it's specified anywhere. The chests on normal difficulty, they really do not seem very interesting. And I think we're not going to get remnant summons from normal mode either. So honestly, it might feel like almost pointless to do normal mode. Right? Unless you want to collect the rewards from the map, you know, some additional oils, dust, powders, some energy brews and other things that we're getting. I don't think is that important to do that. You see, this boss is actually much harder now. We're not doing so much damage versus this one. We do have 2 revivers with them as well, which are probably constantly going to annoy us. We gotta take this one down before they revive again. I think bringing all the 4 turtles in is gonna be fun, but I think it's gonna be so hard to draw all 4 of them at the same time. I'll definitely try to do that too, because I think it's gonna be a cool one. All of the 4 turtles will absolutely demolish everything in here, right? Okay, the damage, now that we have defense down and weaken on the boss, is much, much better. Epic book. I mean, Commando. Do we really need that? Why not? Why not bring in a new currency that will give us pages, right? Pages for the legendary books or mythical books. And from what I'm seeing right here, this does not open up a pot either. So how are we going to reach that if nothing continuous as a pot in here? From here? Did I went around literally every single area and dodged it? I'm gonna do this too, but it clearly shows that there's no pot in there either. So that is a bit odd though. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think so far of it? I know it's a bit different from watching it and actually playing it, but do you guys like it? You don't like it? I think it's great content. I think it's great content. I think it's much better than the Curse City. It reduces all of the freaking stun RNG and all that crap that we had to deal with for the last couple of years with Faction Wars Hard Mode and the Curse City. And that is great in my opinion. I like that you can select the champions that you're bringing into the battle rather than them conditioning that and forcing you to use champions from a very small pool of champions. Like this, you're literally selecting the best champions you have on your own account. You see, nothing unlocks there, nothing unlocks here, nothing unlocks here, nothing unlocks at that boss. So my only hope is to make my way through here. Or we might not be able to unlock this one only after we clear all of the map, which is a bit odd if that is the case. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages there. Maybe we need to meet some hidden conditions in order to get to it. There's no point to defeat Withering here. I'm just gonna go for a her and get this stage so I can unlock those footsteps and make my way from there. Let's see, bang, bang, defense down, weaken, beautiful. That will speed up the entire process. And let's see. Very curious if we can unlock that area or for whatever reason is some hidden restriction in there that I'm not aware of. I like that you can reshuffle as well. I think it's still going to be hard to get the 5 champions available that you want to have. But with the reshuffles, it's going to be easy to get at least 4 of them if you're looking to defeat a specific mechanic. Talking about Elatrion, because I'm seeing him here, he's going to be really good versus some of the bosses too, because he has all of those protected buffs. He has the immunity. Really, really solid champion too. But he's kind of like limited, exclusive, right? So there isn't much point in talking about those champions, because a lot of you guys won't have them. But look at my Siegfried, barely doing any damage. That, of course, he had decreased attack, no defense down or weaken on that Tomb Lord, but still. Look at that. Immunity, bang, shield, cleanse. 1 down. We gotta take that on Korra before she's gonna constantly revive and decrease their cooldowns, which can be very annoying. Actually, we have Lydia in the team, so we block one revive. That's fine. 64k. She's down. And we can slowly make our way towards the boss. Now, that splash damage was good from Siegfried. But it does feel like they're not extremely OP. But it feels a bit hard to kill them, like to kill them fast. So these are the rewards from this stage. M36. Squad progress again. Ignore defense. Yeah, give me the speed. I have tons and tons of HP. Now, let's see. Okay, so it seems like this is another roadblock. If we're attacking this boss, we are not getting anywhere. Man, this is weird. How are we meant to get to that purple area if this side is going to be blocked as well? It must be some hidden condition to unlock it. I cannot explain it if not. It must be something like that. 100%. Let's see. Okay. One wave down. Wave 2 down. All of the champion buffs that happen will just make some of these waves tougher, right? One thing that I haven't checked actually, but we're going to check it, is if the bosses come with minions or waves. Especially the new bosses, right? Because if they're just alone, it's not too bad actually. Okay, so we got this. We unlock a chest right here. And unfortunately, we cannot continue this way either. So our other option is making our way through here. Don't be a mimic. Thank you. Don't be a mimic. Okay, a mimic appeared. So I'll have basically to make my way through it. But by the looks of it, even if I'm looking at this stage right here, which is the final one, is not allowing you to have a different path. So how are we meant to get to the middle? Nothing has a path going from it. Like here, you see, you can see the road, the path right here, and none of these ones have it. None. So this must be a condition. You're going to unlock this probably when you clear the entire map. It just makes sense. And we did get more charms by defeating different stages. We have 5 charms right now. Let's see. Is this what gives us the charms, these stages? I know I said it before and I did not pay attention to it because I got distracted. So let's do the final battling here, guys, and see what is actually happening. Are we going to get another charm for the chests? Are those little crowns the charms, or what gives us those charms? Or is about doing the quests / trials, and every time you complete one of them, you're getting one of them. I haven't looked at that either. That could be an option too, actually, thinking about it now. So we had 6. If this doesn't add 7, that might be it. Doing the quests, milestones, and that might give you the charms. Wait. Now I have 5. I thought that I had 6 before, no? Or I had 5, and I'm just losing it. I'm losing the plot. So, we've done 1 quest, and we still have 5 charms. Okay, so none of those things are actually giving you the charms. It might be hard mode stages, bosses, different areas like that will give you those charms. But that's stuff that we're going to discover later on. So if we're going to go versus one of these, I've only unlocked one of the main bosses. Draw champions. I'm just going to put in random stuff. I just want to see basically if we have waves or not. And let's see. Okay, no waves. The boss is on his own. Not bad. He is very fast. He is very, very fast, as you guys can probably notice. And he is immune to poisons. The poison cloud is on, and he's gonna go pretty ham. We do want to have as many protected buffs as possible. Now, there is a blessing that I actually forgot about too, which can transform your weak hit into a regular hit, and you can counter this poison cloud. I actually forgot about that blessing, so that's another thing that you can actually use. But this is one of the bosses. I mean, considering that I haven't tried too much, we are still dropping some of the HP on him, right? And you can remove that, if I remember it correctly. So that's fine. But look at the poisons. The poisons do a lot of damage. I will be doing guides on these bosses, though. I don't wanna kill the mojo like this. I wanna do proper guides on them and basically walk you through all of the details. But this is the Grim Forest content, guys. You will unlock these little crowns, and probably those little crowns will unlock this area where you're gonna find the final boss. It does look like a more special area on the map. The rest are just different stages. And in order to get to where I am right now and have so much of the map uncovered, which is more than half of it. I think I've uncovered more than half of the map, more or less. It took me, I think, 120 or 150 energy in total. So that's 4 or 5 days basically to get to this point where I am right now. And I personally think the content is great. It's good fun, feels refreshing, comparing it with Faction Wars Hard Mode and Curse City, where you gotta rely on stun. The rewards seem decent. I'm still a bit unsure about the Remnant summons. The ones from here are actually not looking too bad, if you can get at least 2 of these chests a month rather than 1. But based on how much of the map we actually just uncovered, I think you can only get 1 per month. And on the normal mode, you're basically starting right here at the Black Shroud, and you're gonna have to make your way through it. The rewards on normal mode, I'm pretty convinced that they won't be that great. You set up your decks right here, whatever. We're not gonna do that. We went on hard mode, but I think priority should be hard mode for pretty much everyone. And it does not take as much time as I initially thought, and that is good news. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As usual, appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love, and stay tuned to see guides on all of the new bosses and everything else related to the Grim Forest. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.